lot today. First of all, I want to be welcoming Cub Scout Pack 37. They are, I believe, giving you all your bulletins and everything now, and we're going to have them as a part of the service too, and we welcome them. And one of the things that I wanted to point out about them is that back in November they did scouting for food, and we got lots of food from them for the food pantry. Then just last month, this scout pack, they did one of our community meals, and they're coming back for a guest return special appearance of the community meal also in April. So we want to thank them for that. And let's see what else we have. David, I know you want to have an announcement, so. There's two Davids. Two Davids have an announcement.
Okay, and a reminder that we have a basketball game that we're heading up to Penn State. It's going to be against Rutgers, a good Big Ten game. The van is filling up, so if you haven't yet made your reservations, please let us know by next Sunday so we make sure we know how many people to take along, and we'll give some starting times and when everybody needs to be here at the church to take off. So again, let us know next week. It's going to be the 26th. It's a 6:30 start, and going to be up at Penn State Bryce Jordan Center. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'd like to introduce Stephanie and Eric Howard. They're joining us today from Off the Streets, which is an organization that we have supported through our Joyful Noise in the past and hope to continue to do so in the future. Okay.
Good morning. Thank you for having us here. So again, I'm Stephanie Howard. This is Eric Howard. And we're delighted to be the recipients of your Joyful Noise contributions this month. Excited to see the Cub Scouts here. We have two former Cub Scouts. Now they're in college.
And Eagle Scouts.
And Eagle Scouts as well. So just a little bit about Off the Streets. I don't know, has anyone else heard of Off the Streets before this? Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So we are about to celebrate our 10th anniversary here in Lancaster. So what we do is we help transition those who are experiencing homelessness into permanent housing. And our model is actually very simple. We do two things. We provide a security deposit for those who have the ability to pay rent, but struggle coming up with the money to secure an apartment. So as you can imagine, someone who is living paycheck to paycheck, coming up with 1 to 2 times their monthly rent is a significant challenge. So it's giving that lending hand to help them get into permanent housing. And the second thing that we do is we provide furniture and living needs to those individuals and families. So we give them the security deposit, and then we also give them the furnishings, the living needs, all those things to help make a home for them. So in addition to it being our 10th anniversary, we are also about to eclipse the number of people helped here in Lancaster County. We are at about 3,950. So probably in the next few weeks, we expect that number to be above 4,000, which is just really amazing. So who are the people that we help? So they're in Lancaster County. 80% of them are women and children. They're referred from local social service agencies. So a lot of people will come in either through Tenfold through Mom's House, School District of Lancaster, sometimes domestic violence. And what's really important with Off the Streets is we make no judgments. We don't ask people how they ended up homeless. Sometimes people will share, but we make no judgments and we look to help all those who are in need. So before I move on to Eric, one thing I will say, because I can tell you all the details about an organization, but what it really comes down to for me, for us, it's about the people we help, and it's the stories of the people we help. That we've been volunteering for about 3 years with Off the Streets, and it's the single mom with her son who moved into an apartment, and for her son, the one thing that he really, really wanted when he moved in was a toaster. Like they came in with nothing, they didn't have anything, and for him, having a toaster was home to him. So we didn't have a toaster in the warehouse at the time, but we had someone, you know, we put something out on social media, on Facebook, and within a few hours we had a toaster. And that was just home for him. Or for the twin boys, they were 5 years old, and you know, they had been living with their dad in a shelter, and I think they had had just one mattress that they had been living in this tiny room. And we were able to set them up in an apartment, and the little boys just kept running into the room. We had these bunk beds and just jumping on. They were just so joyful. So it's stories like that that really make it such an impactful experience, not just for the people that you're helping, but for those who volunteer as well. So, and with that, I will turn it over to Eric, who can tell you a little bit more about how you can get involved with Off the Streets if you're interested.
Good morning, everyone. So my job is to recruit you. So I'm going to tell you about the different roles that you might play in Off the Streets and the different things that you can do. So number one, you can pray for us. Number two, you've already done. You can donate your monies. You can donate furniture. You can donate a lightly used mattress or something that might go to furnish one of the houses, and that would be fantastic. And then on the other side, you can do the work. And what the work could be, I'll kind of go through the different roles and how the homes get set up. So first off, we have a crew that collects furniture. So they drive to houses and pick up wares and bring them back to a warehouse that we have over in Burrell Industries. So you could be one that picks stuff up. You could also be someone that goes out to the home, measures it, takes a look at the landscape and decides what furniture they need, what will fit, and what will look nice together. And that's kind of cool because you're really interacting with the family that's going to get the housewares. Or you could be on the crew that actually delivers it on Saturday morning. So each Saturday morning throughout the year, regardless of whether it's Christmas Eve or your birthday or whatever, we're out there moving two families. So those are kind of a look at all the roles. So, excuse me, now what I want you to do is, if you're able to pray or give money like you did, or donate something, I want you to raise your left thumb. All right, that's fantastic. If you're able to lift up, if you're able to help lift a 100-pound dresser or a sofa, I want you to raise your right thumb. Okay, so only a few, maybe. The Cub Scouts, when they become Boy Scouts, will be raising their thumb. If you're able to make a bed, raise your right thumb. Maybe make a bed. If you're able to sweep a floor, all right, fantastic. Well, you get the idea. If you have two thumbs up, you are our ideal volunteer. So you need to reach out to us and sign up.
So I do want to add just a couple things. So Off the Streets is a 100% volunteer organization. So that means any money that you give, 97% of that goes directly back out to the people that we help, which is pretty amazing that We've helped almost 4,000 people. We've been around for 10 years. So just know that. And then the moves that Eric was talking about that we do, it's every Saturday morning, we move 2 individuals or families. It's from 9 to about 11 a.m. We meet at our warehouse of Burrell Industries. We load the moving van, and we go to the apartments, which are typically in Lancaster City. So that's a great way to get involved, and it's a great way to really experience what we do. So I'd recommend that for everyone or anyone who's interested. So in the back of the church, I believe we have a sign-up sheet. If any of you are interested in learning more about Off the Streets or volunteering, if you could please just leave your contact details. I'm the volunteer coordinator, and I'll reach out to you. But thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I'm sorry to throw in a little quick thing right here, but those of you who received your email yesterday know that my mom has been my mom is in the hospital, and we really thought she was going to die yesterday. A kidney stone has been lodged in her left kidney, backed up, and there's an infection. Her blood pressure is way down, and the doctors put in a stent, but she's not passing the fluid very well. And they can't operate until her blood pressure goes back up. She's making very, very, very slow progress. And I thank you for your prayers. Most of you don't know my mom, but you can't say that you haven't seen my mom, because a lot of me is my mom, big part of me. So if I may be allowed to paraphrase Jesus, if you've seen me, you've seen my parents, my mom and my dad. Thank you.
You will be praying, brother. We are praying. We're with you. And let us prepare for worship with the prelude.